Thanks so much, Akula. And all of these campaigns that have stopped nuclear waste dumps and are fighting and have stopped uranium mines have been driven by the traditional owners and the local community, but have been supported by groups around the country. And the group that's organised here today is called Uranium Free New South Wales. People are welcome to come and join the meetings the first and third Wednesdays at UTS. We meet in the foyer at 6 p.m. Come along and get involved, because we need people in the cities talking about this story to amplify the voices from the bush and create that platform for people like Nellie to come down and tell their story to people. So please get involved. And during all these campaigns, critical has been the support of trade unions, health organisations and environment groups around the country. I want to acknowledge some of our comrades from the Maritime Union of Australia that have come down today. Comrades from Darwin used to drive 1,500 kilometres to join us at the rallies in Tennant Creek to say that the waste dumps shouldn't be built at Muckaty in the Northern Territory, and that's a fantastic effort. And they have a really good policy of saying that if nuclear waste is to come in and go to Aboriginal land where it's not wanted, then those cartons are going to stay on those ships and people won't unload them. We have another great comrade here. We have another comrade from the National Tertiary Education Union, Genevieve Kelly. I'm going to invite up to speak. Jen's been a staunch anti-nuke campaigner for decades, and she can tell you a bit of that story too.
Thank you, Nat, and I'd like to acknowledge that we're standing on the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, land that was never ceded, and we do that with humility and hope that we can learn something from our elders, past and present. Congratulations to Nellie and Uncle here talking and bringing that story to us, and to Natalie, who has worked with communities every time there's been a proposal to dump this nuclear waste somewhere in Australia. Congratulations. We've won it before, you've won it many, many times, and I reckon if Nellie and her family and Michael and them can't win this, there's something really cracked in Australia. I think they will win it. And what is it that we're trying to get rid of? The Lucas Heights waste, as was said here before, when many people have been campaigning against having a nuclear reactor in Sydney. It's on the waterways, it's on Indigenous land, and it's in Sydney. And for many decades, people said, we do not need a nuclear reactor in Sydney. We told lies that we need it for medicine. We do not need it for medicine. Those lies have been told since the 1950s, when the reason they dumped the waste at Maralinga was because Australia wanted to be part of the nuclear fuel cycle. We wanted to have nuclear weapons, and the only way we could get it was taking that horrible waste from the British and putting it there on Indigenous land. And they said it was terra nullius, just count the animals and the blacks with the flora and fauna. It's all come out, it's all there in the inquiries that have been held. If you want to build a reactor or operate a reactor in Sydney, figure out what to do with the waste before you bloody build it. Seriously, what is wrong? What do we tell our children? If you're going to make a mess, you pick it up. If you're going to do this and you want to do it because you want to be part of some nuclear club that is wrecking the earth, you figure out what to do with your mess before you build it, before you operate it. If not, turn off the switch till you can work out what you're going to do with the waste before you despoil other people's land and the land of the Indigenous communities that are part of this land forever. And this is only a short-term measure. Killing off those stories that Nellie was talking about, that lives forever, and we could kill it within a couple of years by dumping waste there. It is just immoral. It needs to stop, and it is great to see, honestly, the NUA is just so great in its consistent opposition to this. The union movement generally needs to stand with communities to stop it. We need to say enough is enough. Just stop digging it up, stop making mess with it at Lucas Heights, and if you're going to do that, you need to clean it up in your own backyard, not dump it on the rest of Australia and then ask for international waste to come as well. It's a shame. We can stop this. We've had so much great activism from the Muckaty mob, from the Irrawanti. There's tradition here. We know our Indigenous communities are so strong. They will stop it, and we'll stand behind them from Sydney to make sure that happens.